Hello, I'm here to show you in this video how to format your text properly to be printed off for our Sci-Fi Fest. So we're going to have every story formatted the same way, almost exactly the same way. Okay, now here's how we're going to do this. I don't know how you typed your essay, right? But maybe you typed it like me. Maybe you added these little indentations before every paragraph using this tool. Maybe you just clicked tab, whatever it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at all of our story and we're going to make it all look the way it's supposed to. Okay. If you tabbed at the beginning of every one of your paragraphs, or if you didn't do anything and they all just look like this, right, and there's nothing there, or there are extra blank lines in between each paragraph, the first thing you need to do is delete any blank lines. Okay. This one I'm going to leave because I've got this little header here. It says the red abyss, right? That's like the header before the next section. It's at size 11. It's a different size for some reason. But that's the reason I have these blank lines. But otherwise, if you've done this, where you've got a blank line between every single paragraph, right? The first thing you need to do is go in and delete all of those, okay? And again, if you have a tab before every paragraph, delete those as well. Okay, delete tabs, delete empty lines. Unless there's a little section header, you can have a blank line before those. Otherwise, everything should just be uniform. Okay, once your document is like that, you're going to click anywhere in your document, okay, and do Control A for all, which selects everything. And the first thing we're going to do is put our mouse over this rectangle so that it says first line indent. You don't want to miss and have it just say left indent, but make it say first line indent and drag that to 0.25. So that now every one of these lines automatically has this small indent, not an entire tab, which is 1/2 inch, but 1/4 inch, so that just looks a little bit better and it uses our space better. Now, if you do have sections, what you need to do is actually delete that indent that was created and do the same for your first paragraph of your essay so that it's got that nice rectangular top at the beginning of your essay, or it's not your essay, your story, and then that nice rectangular top for everything else. So you can go through and make sure all of that is aligned all the way to the left, flush left as they call it. I've got a lot of sections in my story, but there we go. Now everything looks good. Okay. Next up is we're going to change the font. So again, do Control A, select everything. And I know Times New Roman is pretty generic, but we're just going for easy reading here. That's our whole goal, right? Easy reading, that's it. So Times New Roman, we're going to have everything start off as size 13. Now your story can be between 800 and 1,000 words. The only thing is we need it to fit on 3 pages. Now my story is about 1,000 words, and so I'm going to try and get it to fit on 3 pages. With size 13. If you've got something closer to 800 words, you might be able to fit it in size 14, but I don't know. Now, once it's size 13, we've got everything, indented unless it's the beginning of a section. We're going to make our section titles, if you have them, we're going to make them bold. If you don't have them, you don't need to do this. I have them, so I need to do this. Okay, now those are bold, everything's size 13, everything is aligned properly. Now we've got 2 more things to do. Number 1, we're going to go to the tippy top of our document, click enter 3 times, right? Return, enter, whatever it says on your keyboard. We're going to make those 3 lines align to the center. Okay, on the first line will be our title. My title is called Into the Darkest Sphere. Okay, the second line, also aligned to the middle. We're going to say by Gabriel Jensen, right? Now it's up to you whether you have the by or not. Some people even like to have the by but have it lowercase, so it's like the continued sentence, Into the Darkest Sphere by Gabriel Jensen. I like to have it there. Some people don't like it. I like it there with a lowercase. I don't know why, I just like the way it looks. Okay, your title should be bold. Your name and by should be italics. Just because now, if this were in a sentence and you were saying, in the story, Into the Darkest Sphere by Gabriel Jensen, that's not how you would format those things. But we're just going to have it like that so that your title is in bold and your name is italics, okay? So that now this looks nice and uniform. Now, whatever your document looks like, do Control A again, come up to the line and paragraph spacing and make sure it's at 1.15 spacing. If it's single, that's a little crowded. right? That's a little easy to get lost in. 1.5 is easy to read, but it looks like we want to annotate it. Plus, that will take up too many pages, right? So Control A, select it all, get it to 1.15. Now the final thing we're going to do is go up to Format, Columns, say 2. So that now everything's going to have 2 columns of text, right? So that every single story looks the same, it's going to look consistent, it's all going to look similar, and it's all going to feel good, right? Now you'll notice that on the left here we got this nice straight line of text, and on the right we have a straight line of text, right? So your text might be aligned to the left, so it's got all those different endings, right? And if that's the case, it doesn't look as good, it's not as easy to read. So Control A one last time, make sure it's all the way to the right, justified, they call it. Makes it look like a newspaper, makes it very easy to read. Of course, when I did Control A, it also selected these things, so I want to make sure those are centered. So, in your document, just to recap, we want to Control A, make sure that our first line of every paragraph is indented 1/4 inch. We want to make sure that everything is Times New Roman, size either 13 or 14, just to make sure that it fits on 3 pages, not 4. We want to make sure that our title is aligned to the center and is bold. Our name is aligned to the center and is italics. We don't have any blank lines unless it's right before a section header, and our section headers are in bold. We want to make sure that everything is justified, aligned, except for our title and name. And we want to delete those indents on the first paragraph, any headings, and the first paragraph after any headings. Okay. Once that happens, your document is properly formatted if it looks like this. Once it's properly formatted, then we have to turn it into a PDF. And the way we do that is we go to the top left corner right underneath the title and click File, Download. We have Microsoft Word document, a docx. We have ODT, don't even know what that is. Rich text format, we're not going to use. The fourth option is PDF. We're going to download this as a PDF into my sci-fi story unit, and I'm going to call it Into the Darkest Sphere PDF, or whatever your name of your story is, PDF at the end. And now you should have a PDF of your cover art and a PDF of your story itself. And you're ready for the third video, which will be below.